S is for Sooner. In Oklahoma alphabet. A is for the alphabet of the American Cherokee, invented by Squaw, who taught the tribe to read. He knew that one who reads and writes is one who best achieves, so he gave his people a lasting gift, his powerful talking leaves. Sit by my side a second, a moment we should spend. B is for bravery of the Buffalo Soldier men. They saved the territory for cutthroats and nabs, but they were different for their day, the sons of former slaves. For Choctaw to Cherokee, C is everywhere. It's a cowboy calling cattle. It's a cyclone in the air. C is for conquistador, the Spanish explorers of old, like Francisco Coronado, searching for the city of gold. D is for dunes of Little Sahara. It's a drive down Route 66. It's a dust bowl drought, dry, where the grapes are revved picks. And D is for detective. Dick Tracy is never fooled, dashing, daring, drawn with the pen of the artist Chester Gould. Enid and Elk City is either of those. There's El Rhino and Edmund and Eskimo Joe's. It's the edge of the embankment where the eagle eyes a snake. It's evening at Lake Eufaula, Oklahoma's biggest lake. Follow F, you'll find 4 forts under the frontier sky. Fort Silk, Fort Cobb, Fort Gibson, too, and also Fort Supply. And F stands for football and a fan's favorite day, where the Sooners and the Cowboys take the field and play. Get along to Gage or Guymon, way out west. For a glimpse of gorgeous gables, you may like Guthrie best. And G is for Geronimo, who had the courage so rare that parachutists call his name when they jump into the air. H for Oscar Hammerstein, who helped Richard Rodgers create the musical Oklahoma and play about our state. And H is hospitality everywhere you go, from the Hinyati howdy to the Hennessy hello. Imagine the American Indian, an impressive image indeed, wearing the imperial headdress at the back of the imposing steed. Intricate and important, their ceremony inspired with the flowers of colorful feathers and a crackle of cleansing fire. J is for James Gang, brothers Jesse and Frank, jubilant with their jackpot where they stole from the bank. Neither judge nor jury nor jailer can keep them in a cage. Some say Jesse faked his death and lived to a ripe old age. You think I'm kidding about the letter K, but you'll get an appetite ready. We off to Creeves for plates of lasagna, meatballs, and spaghetti. It's not cowboy grub, but just breathed in a tasty Italian aroma. A piece of Italy tucked away in southeast Oklahoma. L is for Shannon Lucid, lifting off with grace. She reminds of Oklahoma, who put many into space. Growing up in Oklahoma, you could dream of riding high through the wide and endless span of the Oklahoma sky. A medley of music makes us move from Muskogee to Meeker and to Mears. Country music can make you merry or move you right to tears. The state flower begins with M and makes it marry me. M is marvelous mistletoe, which grows in a tree at the top of the tree. And it's the nice way to help us remember that in 1907, the month of November, from Norman to Nowata, a need to celebrate a new Oklahoma, our 46th state. Oklahoma City or OKC, say it either way, it's okay by me. Of course it's Oklahoma. O stands for oil, oozing from oil, well, the Oklahoma soil. P is for penholder. Our state looks that way, but it did always have the kind of shape it is today. 3 Texas countries became Oklahoma land, and they made a perfect candle for Oklahoma's pan. A quick little quip in a quest for Lower Q. The town of Quilana, Quentin, and Quapaw will do. In a big queue of Quartz Mountain, when the day is done, it glitters like a pile of diamonds in the sun. A ripping, roaring roundup for a rowdy rodeo, ready for a ride and roping on a go. And art is for Will Rogers, Oklahoma City Clown Prince, with his Oklahoma wit and uncommon common sense. So, what's a sooner, you may ask? Well, in 1889, settlers waited for a signal to leave the starting line. They raced to claim their land without a boundary fence. Some are sooner than others, and there'll be sooners ever since. T is time for Tulsa, and its towers tall and trim. Or take a trip to Lake Texoma and tumble in for a swim. It's Turner Falls and Tableca and T still remains the trail of tears that led so many to the Oklahoma plains. U stands for a most unlikely blunder. When Boise City found the wrong airplane to be under, an unaware pilot, unsure of what to do, hit the only town in America bombed in World War II. V is for victories Oklahoma's heroes won. It's Shannon Miller at the Olympics. It's a Mickey Mantle home run. It's a flower of Willie Post, a pioneer in abolition. It's the vision of Wilma Mankiller, chief of the Cherokee Nation. The sky can go from lovely blue to something really scary, so W stands for weather, which can be extraordinary. For the weather, he can change in a blink of a prairie eye. When the western winds start whirling, keep one eye of the sky. Put an X on the calendar. Every April 19th, revoke the saddest and proudest day we ever seen. Lives were lost and lives were changed in a smoke and dusty air. But the entire world can running just to show their care. So put an X on the calendar. Always remember the date when Oklahoma taught the world that love is stronger than hate. Get a yell! Yahoo for yell. A fine town, we say. It was the home of young Jim Thorpe, the best athlete of his day. And yippee-yay for Yukon, where flowers smelled for cooks. And where good old country music found the star in Garth Brooks. Z is for the zebra that eats out of your hand at the Arbuckle Wilderness, a wild safari land. And Z is a bullion pike, who is rather influential. He came through Oklahoma but missed the true petitional. We cross Oklahoma right down to the letter, and we'll do it again, the sooner the best. The end.